Alright folks, buckle up because the car industry is changing faster than a Tesla in ludicrous mode. The electric vehicle or EV revolution is not just a trend, it's a full-blown transformation. We're talking about a shift that will redefine how we think about transportation, energy, and even our daily lives. China, once known for cheap knockoffs, is now the leading force in electric vehicles. They've invested billions into research and development, and the results are nothing short of spectacular. From sleek designs to cutting-edge technology, Chinese EVs are setting new standards in the industry. They're not just building EVs, they're dominating the market. With a massive domestic market and aggressive export strategies, Chinese companies are outpacing their global competitors. Sales numbers are skyrocketing and market share is expanding at an unprecedented rate. This isn't just about cars, it's about global dominance. The rise of Chinese EVs is reshaping geopolitical landscapes. Countries are now vying for partnerships and trade deals with Chinese manufacturers, recognizing the strategic importance of being aligned with the leaders in this new era of transportation. Whoever controls the EV market controls the future of transportation. It's not just about selling cars, it's about setting the standards for the next century. The leaders in this space will dictate the pace of innovation, the direction of technological advancements, and the future of global mobility. And right now, China is in the driver's seat. Their strategic investments, government support, and focus on sustainability have put them miles ahead of the competition. They're not just participants in the EV race, they're the front-runners. The old guard of American and European automakers, they're stuck in the slow lane, struggling to catch up. While they've made strides in recent years, they're still playing catch-up to the rapid advancements made by their Chinese counterparts. The traditional giants are finding it hard to pivot from their legacy systems to the new, agile world of electric vehicles. This isn't just a shift, it's a seismic change with huge implications for the global economy. The EV revolution is set to create new industries, disrupt old ones, and redefine economic power structures. It's a thrilling, transformative time, and the road ahead is electric. Leading the charge is BYD, a Chinese company you might not have heard of yet. They're like the Tesla of China, but with a twist, they're not afraid to get their hands dirty. BYD builds everything from the batteries to the cars themselves. They're vertically integrated, which means they control the entire supply chain, and that gives them a massive advantage. They're not just building fancy cars for the wealthy either. BYD makes affordable EVs for the masses, and they're selling like hotcakes. They're even making electric buses. Remember those? Yeah, China's thinking ahead. So how did China pull this off? Well, they cracked the code on battery technology. See, batteries are the heart of an EV. They're expensive, complex, and China's got them figured out. They control the lion's share of the world's battery production. They have the raw materials, the factories, and the expertise. It's like OPEC, but for batteries. And here's the kicker, they're making these batteries cheaper and more efficient. That means longer range, lower prices, and a serious headache for the competition. Let's talk about price for a second. Chinese EVs are hitting the market at prices that would make your jaw drop. They're undercutting the competition by a significant margin. How are they doing this? Remember those cheap electronics China used to be known for? Well, they've applied that same manufacturing prowess to EVs. They're also not afraid to offer a no-frills experience. Sure, you might not get heated seats or a fancy sound system in a base model, but hey, at least you can afford to drive it. Section 5, Europe's open door policy, BYD's sneaky entry. Now, Europe has always prided itself on its car industry. German engineering, Italian design, it's all very prestigious. But BYD has found a clever way to slip past the gatekeepers. They're selling electric buses to European cities. It's a brilliant move. Cities are under pressure to go green, and BYD is offering them a cost-effective solution. This gives BYD a foothold in the European market. It allows them to build brand recognition and infrastructure. And once they've established themselves, guess what? They'll be ready to unleash their full lineup of cars. Section 6, American Automakers. Asleep at the wheel? Now let's talk about the American auto industry. They've been slow to embrace the EV revolution. They've been resting on their laurels, churning out gas guzzlers while the world moved on. Sure, there's Tesla, but they're more of a tech company that makes cars. They're not equipped to take on the sheer scale and manufacturing might of BYD. The big American automakers need to wake up and smell the exhaust fumes, or they're going to be left in the dust. They need to innovate, adapt, and start building EVs that people actually want to buy. Section 7. The Union strikes back. Can Europe protect its turf? Europe, to its credit, has been more proactive than the US. They've invested heavily in EV technology and infrastructure, but they're facing an uphill battle. They're trying to protect their own automakers with tariffs and regulations, but it's like trying to hold back the tide with a sieve. The Chinese EV wave is coming. The real question is, can Europe adapt fast enough? Can they foster innovation and compete on price? Because if they don't, they risk becoming a footnote in the history of the auto industry. Section 8. Adapt or die. The future of the auto industry. This isn't just about China, Europe, or the US. This is about the future of the entire auto industry. The old ways of doing business are over. The internal combustion engine is on its way out. The automakers that survive and thrive will be the ones that embrace change. They need to become tech companies that also make cars. They need to master software, batteries, and autonomous driving. The future is electric, connected, and autonomous. And right now, China is writing the rulebook. The rest of the world is playing catch-up. Section 9. The economic engine stalls. Jobs and growth at risk. The automotive industry, once a robust pillar of economic stability, is now facing unprecedented challenges. The ripple effects of these challenges are being felt across various sectors, leading to significant job losses and economic decline. This shift in the auto industry has huge implications for the global economy. As international trade dynamics evolve, the automotive sector must adapt to new market conditions. The transition from traditional combustion engines to electric vehicles, EVs, is not just a technological shift, but a fundamental change in the industry's landscape. Millions of jobs are at stake. The industrial workforce, which has been the backbone of many economies, is now at a crossroads. The skills required for EV manufacturing are different, necessitating a massive retraining effort to ensure workers can transition smoothly. Entire regions that rely on car manufacturing are facing an uncertain future. Industrial towns once bustling with activity are now grappling with economic uncertainty. Communities that have thrived on automotive jobs are now in a state of transition, seeking new opportunities and ways to sustain their livelihoods. If the US and Europe can't compete in the EV market, they risk losing a major source of jobs and economic growth. The competition is fierce, with countries like China making significant strides in EV technology and production. To stay relevant, Western automakers must innovate and invest heavily in this new frontier. It's not just about the cars themselves, the entire supply chain is affected. From raw material extraction to component manufacturing and final assembly, every link in the chain must adapt to the new demands of EV production. It's about the entire supply chain. The logistics of sourcing materials, the intricacies of manufacturing processes, and the distribution networks all need to be rethought and restructured to accommodate the shift towards electric vehicles. Governments need to step up and invest in retraining programs, support innovation, and create a favorable environment for EV manufacturing. Policy measures should include incentives for research and development, subsidies for EV purchases, and funding for infrastructure development such as charging stations, and create a favorable environment for EV manufacturing. By fostering a supportive ecosystem, governments can help drive economic development and job creation in this emerging sector. Collaboration between public and private sectors will be crucial in navigating this transition. The time for complacency is over. The automotive industry must embrace change and proactively address the challenges ahead. Market disruption is inevitable, but with strategic planning and investment, it can also be an opportunity for growth and innovation. Section 10. Charging ahead. The road to global EV dominance. As the world shifts towards sustainable energy, electric vehicles are at the forefront of this transformation. The journey to global EV dominance is not just about cars. It's about a complete overhaul of our transportation infrastructure. The EV revolution is still in its early stages, but one thing is clear: China is in the lead. With a robust manufacturing ecosystem, China has positioned itself as the powerhouse of electric vehicle production. Their factories are buzzing with activity, churning out EVs at an unprecedented rate. They have the technology, the manufacturing capacity, and the ambition to dominate the global market. Advanced robotics and automation have streamlined the production process, making it more efficient and cost-effective. Engineers and technicians are constantly innovating, pushing the boundaries of what's possible. The US and Europe are facing a choice: adapt or be left behind. As China surges ahead, Western nations must decide whether to invest heavily in their own EV industries or risk falling behind. This decision involves not just financial investment but also a commitment to innovation and sustainability. They need to invest heavily in EV research and development, streamline regulations, and create incentives for consumers to make the switch. Government policies will play a crucial role in this transition. By offering tax breaks, subsidies, and other incentives, they can encourage more people to adopt electric vehicles. The road to global EV dominance is paved with batteries, software, and a whole lot of ambition. The development of advanced lithium-ion batteries and cutting-edge software is essential for the future of electric vehicles. Engineers are working tirelessly in labs, experimenting with new materials and technologies to improve battery life and efficiency. And right now, China is in the driver's seat. With their strategic vision and relentless drive, they are steering the world towards an electric future. The race is on, and the stakes are high. Who will emerge as the global leader in electric vehicles? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: the journey will be electrifying. Section 11. Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy ride. So, there you have it, folks. The EV revolution is upon us. China is leading the charge, and the rest of the world is scrambling to catch up. It's going to be a wild ride, with winners and losers along the way. One thing's for sure: the future of transportation is electric, and it's going to be fascinating to see how it all plays out. So buckle up, hold on tight, and enjoy the ride.